What's up, boys? We're at the Trump rally. We're seeing who Texans support for governor, asking him some political questions. So without further ado, like this video and let's get right into it. Support for governor of Texas. There's a big primary coming up. Who do you support?
Greg Abbott.
So you don't support Don Huffines?
Not over Greg Abbott.
So is there like a reason why you support Greg Abbott over Don Huffines?
Well, as of right now, if I had to give my primary reason, probably being in school and everything, going to Lone Star and everything like that, being in school, all that. The mask mandates is a big thing like that. And then also with him passing the abortion law and everything like that. Probably just like when it comes down to like, when I look at it with religious beliefs also and everything he's done over the past decade for about Texas and everything.
So you think he's been sufficiently conservative in those regards, and you would, even if you think Huffines would get in there, you think he's more of an unproven product?
Yeah, because then you never know what's going to happen and everything.
Okay.
Whereas with Greg Abbott, you can also define and everything. With the past decade, he's been pretty consistent with everything. He's pretty much given everything he's promised and everything throughout his campaign.
Okay, you think that, do you think him bringing in and incentivizing big tech jobs is an issue? Because a lot of people are saying that it's making the state a little bit more blue.
Yeah, that'd be one thing I wouldn't agree with him with and everything, even though I have a family member, my youngest brother and everything. He works in big tech jobs and everything like that. My younger brother, he's about a year younger than me. So he works in big tech jobs and everything. He works at a big firm and everything like that. So.
Okay. Disabilities entrance. This is where Greg Abbott will get into the rally. So we're out here today asking Texans who they support for governor in the upcoming primary. Who do you support?
Abbott.
You don't think that Huffines or any of these other candidates are better than Abbott?
I don't know. I know at least right now we have something pretty good.
Because a lot of people are critiquing Abbott over his recent failure to fully mitigate the border crisis and the fact that he's incentivizing big tech jobs coming in. Do you believe that that's a potential problem?
Well, he's building the wall. So, you know.
Do you think that he's building the wall because he wants to, or do you think he's building the wall because he has a primary challenger?
He's had primary challengers before.
Well, none of them have gained as much steam, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to get me to not vote for.
Well, I'm just trying to get your opinion. I'm not trying to push you in any way.
My son wants to vote for who you're talking about.
Huffines. Okay. Which do you believe is a bigger threat, globalism or socialism?
Both.
Do you think one is bigger than the other, or do you think that
globalism is bad?
Okay, yeah, I agree. And let's say, last question, let's say Trump gets in there in 2024 and he enacts a total net zero moratorium on all immigration. Would you support that?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got enough people here.
Alrighty, so we're obviously here at this Trump rally. Who do you support for the governor's race?
So for the governor's race, I mainly support Greg Abbott and Allen West. Those are my two top contenders.
Allen West, Huffines isn't in there?
I'd say he's really good. I know he's really, really pro-America and really, really pro-Texas, so he'd be one of my top picks because I know he'll get stuff done and he'll really want to accomplish everything for Texas.
And what do you think is a bigger threat to America right now, globalism or socialism?
That's actually a very good question in my opinion. So I would actually think it's not just globalism and socialism, but I think the idea of both of them combined are the biggest threat in the world, in my opinion. Because with that said, it's like with socialism, you have all the government control, but with globalism, you have the one world government, which basically controls everyone and just makes us clones. It really does.
Yeah. So say Trump wins in 2024, would you support if he put on a full immigration moratorium, no legal or illegal?
So that's actually a very good question, in my opinion, because my dad is actually an English immigrant. So I feel like with some immigrants, I feel like it's okay with a good majority of immigrants that want to come here to work and actually support themselves. But if they really want to adjust to our our country and how things run here, then I'm okay for that. But if they want to come here illegally and just mooch off of the government and just our lifestyles, then no, I'm not okay with that.
All right, so we're just out here today asking Texans who they support in the upcoming governor's race. Who do you support?
Well, in the governor, I like Greg Abbott a lot. I don't know. Beto, I don't like him. I feel like he's more extreme now. After he ran for president, I feel like he became more extreme, especially in his gun policy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him.
So would you say Abbott over Huffines and West in the primary? And is there a reason why you support him over those two?
You know, I don't look into them much, but I'm going to. But for now, I'm saying Abbott over them. Yeah.
Okay, what do you have to say about, because there's been a lot of criticism Abbott's come under because of his failure to, fully secure the border during the border crisis, as well as some of the mandates and the fact that he's incentivizing some big tech jobs coming in. Would you have anything to say about that?
There needs to be more secure border. We need closed borders. There is a border crisis. There's a lot of criminals coming. There's a lot of rapists. There's murderers. There's a lot of drugs coming in through the border. There needs to be more secure borders. I feel like he needs a secure border.
So would you, so if Greg Abbott gets reelected, would you like to see him be stronger on the border?
Of course.
Okay. So we're out here today asking Texans who they support in the upcoming Republican governor primary. Who would you support?
Well, I'm a naturalized citizen.
Okay.
So to answer correctly as to what or who, I'm not as versed as the other locals here. I'm from Houston.
Okay.
But I had to come to the Trump. This is my first rally. And I happen to have immigrated to the United States for the American dream, only to realize now for my children and grandchildren, the dream is dying.
Yes.
You younger people may be in a whole new generation, but you probably can't remember the dial-up phones or all these things. So it's a different world, but at the same time, I am concerned of the future. So Mr. Trump, President Trump, my president, you see my hat, I'm still wearing 2020 because he's still my president.
We got to get him in there in 2024.
Well, if it lasts that long, when I say
Yeah.
if he doesn't get in before, might get in if we don't get Brandon out, But I'm hopeful.
So you don't have a take on the Texas governor's race?
Yeah, so far, I know I've spoken to a few Texans, and the governor's race. No, that's refresh my memory.
It's there's a primary Greg Abbott is facing. He has opposition from Don Huffines and Alan West. Do you
West is the one that I've been speaking to people about, and they've been sharing, because their criteria for choosing somebody is two things: what their stand is on abortion, and also what is their track record on the way they voted. And I agree with the principle, because as a Texan now, a naturalized Texan, I realize that the media will spin whoever wants to get the best marketing agent to do the best video, and that's not really the honest thing. So I trust my Texan neighbors who may have done more research, and I'll judge from their opinion, and that is going to sway my opinion as whether to go with the
Alan West?
West, because West is strong on right to life.
Okay.
Because life begins at
Conception, yeah.
And if you want to hear what I personally experienced, I was pro-choice while growing up because I never gave it much thought. But I had an experience where I found myself, I wouldn't say it's a dream or a vision, but I found myself in the presence of a conception at a molecular level. And it was so electrifying with the colors. I got out of that. Never crossed my mind after. Relationships that are meaningless will produce meaningless people.
I agree, and there's so many people, even on the right, that don't understand that.
So what I do, I tell people, get their hand right here and press that as a reset. Like the computer, the phone.
Yeah.
Just reset and go back to why this country was created. If we don't go back to the foundation and we don't reset America, it will not any longer be America. So the corruption is so high. The corruption is so much that when when the frog is in the warm water and the heat is turned on, he doesn't even know he's being cooked.
It's true.
Okay. So what's your name?
My name is Jack.
Jack?
Yes.
What's his name?
It's Caden.
Caden?
Blake.
Blake?
Hey.
Jack, Caden, and Blake.
Yes, sir.
Well, just for the record, I'm a spiritual racist. A spiritual racist. You're probably wondering what it is.
Yeah. I'm curious.
What is a spiritual racist?
I'm so glad you asked that question. In the human race, the one human race, there are two kinds. Those who are racing towards the creator of morals, values, and the creator of us human beings, and those racing away. So there are only two races, to or from. It so happens that you may live in this style and shape of body, somebody else may live. But there aren't any black lives, there are only dark lives and bright lives. So when I say when I tell someone I'm a spiritual racist, ethnic background has nothing to do with it.
So you view that there are two races. There are the good spirits and bad spirits, and you are racist to the bad spirits, and you treat the good spirits well.
Well, by definition, racism is when you judge someone just because of their background, who they are, and what they look like. Would you agree?
Yes.
So if we were to say Asians are bad drivers, you know,
It's kind of true.
White people can't jump, you know. We could say, huh?
Yeah, kind of true. It's kind of true.
Right. And if we say black people are well endowed, that's racist. This is for YouTube, right?
Yes.
So with that said, America was created for people to connect themselves to the I am of Moses, the I am of the Jews, the I am of America. It wasn't created for the worship of my ancestral gods, Ram and Sita and Vishnu. It wasn't created to worship Allah and all the imams. It wasn't created for that. It was created so that people can grow in a relationship with the God of the Bible.
Okay.
So with that said, if you choose to put this on YouTube,
Yeah.
I hope you get a lot of hits.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good to meet you.
That last guy was based spiritual racism for the win. Alrighty, so we're at a Trump rally in Texas. Are you from Texas? Yes. You're from Texas? What part of Texas?
I'm from Del Rio.
Awesome. All right. So who are you going to be supporting in the upcoming governor's race in the primary?
Well, I haven't made my decision yet. I'm tossed between Allen West and Prather.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking, and then got confronted by Huffines. So I don't know. I mean, but it's between Allen and Chad.
Okay, but not Abbott. Anyone but Abbott?
No, not Abbott. No, he's done.
Awesome. Good to hear it. Okay. Second question. Which do you find to be a greater threat to America, socialism or globalism?
I would have to say socialism.
Okay. Third question. Would you, under any Republican administration or any administration in general, would you support a total and complete immigration moratorium? So net zero immigration, barring all legal and illegal immigrants into the country.
I don't care if they're illegal or not, but if you do it the right way, I'm for that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, being from Del Rio and all that, I've seen it my whole life.
Okay.
So it's gonna happen. You know, it's just the national spotlight right now. It's like my cousin sent me drone photos of them crossing the border right by our property in Comstock. So they're gonna find another place. They're just gonna go that way or go that way.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the video so far. So the bad news is, because of all the background music, which we did not anticipate for, this video is probably going to be demonetized. So if you want to support me and help out the channel, make sure to go to redeaglepatriot.com and sign up for a membership. It's $5 a month. You get access to several exclusive videos a week, Discord access to the newsletter, etc. It's well worth it and supports the channel, so make sure you guys do that. All right, so we're out here today. We're asking, who do you guys support for governor in the primary that's coming up?
Governor?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, I've been an Abbott guy for a long time, but right now I really don't think doing the best job. So
Would you?
He's making a lot of promises, but it's not got a lot of follow through, and that's the problem.
So would you say that the main problem is that he's falling short on like immigration, big tech, or just everything?
Everything.
Okay. Do you think?
a lot of big headlines, but there's not a lot of action really happening.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Do you guys support Huffines West, or you're unsure who the best replacement would be?
I haven't done enough research yet to be able to know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like some of the things that I've heard him say, but I just haven't dived into his actual stuff to learn a little bit more about it.
Okay. Would you guys say that socialism or globalism is the bigger threat right now?
Both, really.
Socialism. I think in America
think
right now.
socialism in America right now, but both are a big problem.
Okay. Would you guys, if let's say Trump wins in 2024, he gets in there and he enacts a net zero moratorium on immigration, would you support that?
Hell yeah.
You would?
At least for a little while. I mean, we need to take time to figure out who's here and get that straight first before we let other people in, regardless. Unless, of course, they do it by the rules. I mean, if they're going to do it by the rules, then that one's fine. Everything else, shut it down.
So you think that, so you wouldn't support a net zero level set quota on legal immigration?
No, there's specific rules already on the books for people to come here. If they follow that and they do it like they should, then they should be allowed to come here just like we're here.
If
they
you follow the rules, then you follow the rules. I think the problem is illegal immigration.
So you think just illegal is the problem, but you're fine with the current level of legal?
Yeah. I mean, there is already numbers that have to be, or not necessarily have to be met, but are already set into the law.
We have
as long as people follow the rules and go like they're supposed to go, then they should have that opportunity to become an American citizen.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
So we're out here today asking Texans who they support in the upcoming Republican governor's primary. Do you guys support Abbott or do you support one of the primary challengers?
We don't actually support Abbott because of his. Look, we see what he did with the whole mask mandate and everything that he did as far as closing everything down, and he kind of supported socialism. So we don't know exactly who we're going to vote for as far as, you know, nobody's actually made a
impact.
So who's the guy? Who's the guy that the guy standing outside?
Is it Huffines?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I support Huffines. I think he's actually going to make a lot of positive change and be a governor that can keep Texas a red state for as long as possible.
Exactly.
So we talked to a lot of interesting people at the Trump rally. We met a spiritual racist. We got Blake and cameraman Kaden in on some of the action as well. I encourage you guys to subscribe not only to my channel, but their channel as well. I'll put the link in the description. So what do you have to say, Blake?
Spiritual racism is not as bad as it sounds. It's actually kind of based.
So true. All right, guys. Red Eagle,
The KGB Show.
out.